So you have come up with your intellectual property and registered it. But where is the money? If your written work is in its final form, for example, a book that can be read, a movie that can be watched, art that can be exhibited, or music that can be listened to, your copyright gives you the right to allow someone to 1. Distribute your work. For example, distributing your computer software to multiple organizations. 2. Perform it in public. For example, having someone play a song you wrote. 3. Display your copyright work, like having your painting hung in the art gallery. 4. Adapt your work. For instance, like turning a stage play, dramatic work, into a movie. And finally, sell copies of your work. You might pursue distribution of your work through digital platforms, such as Spotify and Boomplay for music, Viusasa, YouTube, Showmax, or Netflix for video content, Amazon and other digital libraries for books and written work. You give the companies permission to distribute your work by getting them to sign a digital distribution license. You are entitled to fees and royalties from each sale or download of your work. This is, however, dependent on the agreement you sign, so make sure you carefully read the terms and conditions before giving permission for your work to be distributed. Always have a lawyer read through your contract so that you don't sign away rights that you didn't intend to. You can also approach the Kenya Copyright Board for advice from the legal officers. Once you sign an agreement, they become digital distribution rights holders and cannot be taken to court for copyright misuse unless they violate the terms of your agreement during the period of time you have given them your rights. You also have to honor certain rights before executing yours. If your IP was created as a result of people you have hired working on it, for example, hiring a band to create a music, make sure you sign an agreement we call work for hire. This is so that any work and copyright you have paid for is legally owned by you. When dealing with audio and video works, there are another set of rights involved known as image rights. This is where a person gives you permission for their voice or image to be used. An actor will need to give you permission to use their face and voice in a movie or an advert. You must obtain permission to use their image or voice by getting them to sign a model release form. The same way you own your own IP, they own rights to their image, and you can get in trouble for not honoring that right. There are also location agreements which confirm that you have permission to create your content on a specific premise. This is like getting permission to shoot your music video on the KICC rooftop. Make sure you have signed contracts with the owner or managers of the property to avoid legal issues further down the line. When someone attempts to upload or reproduce your work on a digital or illegal streaming site without permission, you have the legal right to demand the removal of the content from the platform. All in all, you have the final control on how you make your money off your copyright. Just make sure you follow the right channels and sign the right agreements so that you protect yourself from unfair exploitation of your intellectual property.